Hello and welcome to a new year of Wyverns and Weirdos, the D&D podcast set in the world of Fierlor. New year, new overlay, guys. And there's some tricks up this overlay's sleeves, I guess. To find out a bit more about that, I'll link the information about that below. Where you can support the creator of it, creator of the technology behind the stats, that is. Does anyone have any plugs quickly before we begin?
I do want to just quickly mention, in real life, as we're recording, my birthday was last week. We didn't record a birthday episode because I may have partook a little bit too much of the drink.
Very Anya core, it's fair.
Yeah, to be very Anya core. But in mentioning that, I will show this little guy here, which is a birthday present from my friend Jackson. So thank you, Jackson. When you eventually make it up to this episode, thank you very much. I really appreciate it. And it's a D20. And also happy birthday to you.
That's so cool. Yeah. I'd also like to say, New Year, Buddy's Elixir has a fantastic deal on right now. It's about normally the bottle, the average Elixir bottle is like 5 gold, but you can get 10 of them for 65 gold. So great deal. Get it in there now. And yeah. Have a great New Year's, hopefully.
Yes, hope your New Year's has been great. I might jump off of the Birdie's Elixir to talk about, that is the simple tier, simple $1 tier of our Patreon, where you can get, at that basic level, early access to episodes and occasional behind-the-scenes stuff, hopefully, soon. But definitely early access to this campaign and Strahd, which still going strong. We've still got at least a few months recorded at the time of this recording, still to go out. And by the time this actually goes out, we may actually be done or close to done. Potentially.
That's what you think.
Oh, that's because Darby will kill us off by that point. Be like, well, you lived long enough.
And
Goodbye.
then at higher levels, you get access to things like my homebrew, and maybe some more extra things as we go along. This month's homebrew, I've still got to confirm, but
it's a surprise.
Now, correct me if I'm wrong, Darby, but any tier that you pay for in our Patreon gets you access to our exclusive Discord server. Is that correct?
Yes.
Yeah. And there's a couple of cool kids in there. I don't know, not too many that I know. Some nerds who play D&D might record a podcast.
Yeah.
I know all the Strahd crew's in there. I think. Is Emily in there? Yeah. Well, then all the Strahd crew's in there.
We may...
and all of us are in there as well.
We may eventually open up the Discord a bit broader, but even so, there's
You'll have exclusive.
Even so, there'll be chat rooms, and we're probably a bit more likely to delve into those ones, especially and potentially answer questions in those. If anyone has any questions. You also get an NPC named after yourself, or at the higher tiers, maybe even a bit more, like Spoon from last week's debacle.
Top tier.
And I think that's all for the Patreon, but we also have just launched. Well, it's been in soft launch for a couple of months now, but we're doing our announcement of we have a couple of things on Redbubble. The time of recording, it's basically just the Strahd logo and the main campaign logo on a variety of things. But if you ever wanted to get some Wyverns and Weirdos merch and have some of it kick back to supporting the show, that's the place to get it at this stage. Anyway, is there anything else people need to plug?
No, I just want to really quickly shout out that Redbubble is, again, like I had a bit of a look at some of the merch, and it's amazing. It's so good. I will be wearing some on the podcast, so I'll be able to show some off.
All right. So, without a further ado, let's jump into another episode and another year of Wyverns and Weirdos. And we are back. So, where we last left off, the party dealt with a bit of a mischievous figure, the bizarre figure known as Spoon, courtesy of patron Jessie Fawkes, and also Caius had, I guess, a bit of a break and left the tavern that the party was staying in, which also happened to be Bertie's childhood and adolescence home of sorts. So Caius went off to sleep in a different establishment, while Bertie and Neumann were able to determine were able to kind of shadow him. And Ross and Anya, I believe, were still fairly ignorant to the debacle. Because they were dealing with Spoon. So, we left with everyone going to bed for the evening. And we are going to first, can I get Laura to roll me a... Roll me a d20 and I'll tell you what to add to it once I double check what it is.
Okay. Alright. Value, little man, dice.
Please don't die.
That's not a new good new dice. I rolled a 4.
Wisdom saving throw. Please add to that.
Okay, cool. So it's a +9, so a 13.
Wow, that's really good.
Bertie's very wise.
Yeah.
Obviously. Everyone knows this.
Are you aware? Are you aware? That's something.
Power of shadows.
Huh.
Oh, we're gonna die.
I will say you
I don't
weren't
have a good rest.
successful.
Okay.
You weren't successful.
I wasn't successful, you say. Cool. Does that mean I get another horrible Eldritch stream, even though I don't have a god or an Eldritch patron? It's new year, new me. Ha ha ha.
No, what it means is that you are awoken, or not awoken even, because as an elf, you're probably up by this point.
Yeah, he was probably like, I don't know, tidying stuff up. He probably, because like Caius chucked all of his armor and like his sword and stuff very, very probably like once him and Neumann got back, and he had a bit of a kip in, he probably would have just like been nervously sort of just tidying and neatening things in their place because that's what he would have had to do for when he used to live and work here.
Yeah. Neumann, what would you be doing in the room? Just sleeping or?
Depends on the time.
It's probably about 4, 5 a.m. ish at this point.
He had planned to get up at around about this time.
Okay.
But, yeah.
Early boy.
Yes.
So on a successful save, on a failed save,
The suspense is killing me.
Yeah, no, you don't.
Only imagine
You
how
don't
Birdie
know.
feels.
Okay, so, yeah, so after a few moments, you see a familiar half-orc woman suddenly apparate in front of you.
Okay, like just physically in front of me, like
yes.
there's a half orc woman who
Yes.
is
This
it?
is Alazira.
Oh, one of the convocation people.
Yes, the diviner.
Oh, but he's gonna die.
I am sorry to interrupt, but okay.
Hello.
Hello. This is kind of urgent, potentially. I'm not entirely sure, but Cigar gave me something he wanted me to look into, and I've just found an answer that is very worrying.
Okay. He kind of like awkwardly tries to like tidy up a little bit more and like the very suddenly extremely nervous. As a member of the convocation.
So, you remember this? And she produces a pouch. Roll me an insight check to see if you recognize it at all.
Okay. That should be okay. So I rolled a 17, and he has a plus 8 to insight. So yeah.
You recognize
20
this.
something.
You recognize this immediately. This is the pouch that you are able to get from the assassin who tried to kill you in your sleep back in Durham.
Oh my gosh, that's right.
Or Wild
wow.
Shade. Was it Durham or Wild Shade? Either one.
Yeah, the one that was obviously
Yeah.
ordered by
I
Tanner.
believe there were 2 assassins, so...
Okay.
Oh yeah, that's right. Okay.
So it turns out that whoever owned this has a connection to Zorthram Tathara. And if they were targeting you, they might be just as equally likely to target you. A suspicion I had, which is equally backed up by the fact that I was just once I worked it out, I scryed on them and noticed that they weren't in Durham or in the vicinity of Durham like the other captains seem to be from
Okay.
from my divining, but here in Deasil.
Not great. And Seven of Zortham Tathara, that's pretty bad. Here in Daysil, huh? Who could have imagined?
And considering that
Who could have imagined?
considering they were targeting you before, I was concerned that they might want to target you again.
Well, I assume Neumann is still asleep at this point because he hasn't bounded around going, "Hi, I'm Neumann!" But he'll probably be getting up soon, I imagine.
Yeah.
Depends how loud you're being. Or is
She
this all in your head?
would have
Oh.
she would have noticed
Yeah.
she would have noticed Neumann and being quite quiet.
Yeah, Bernie is noisy, but he probably would be like, "Oh, I don't want to wake Neumann up yet." Yeah. Okay. Oh, well, as you can see, just as to Neumann, who is probably still snoring, or perhaps snoring less if he's about to wake up soon. Well, all good, but you reckon I should keep an eye out for that then?
Yeah, are all your allies accounted for? Meanwhile,
God.
across town, Caius.
Yes.
Fortunately, you did say that you had used lay on hands on yourself to make sure that you weren't going to be
Yes.
hungover in the morning.
So the night before, as I arrived in my tavern, very drunk, and plopped down on the bed, I had a little sigh, rested a hand on my chest, and cured my inebriation, and stared up at the roof for about 30 or 40 minutes, just contemplating my situation in life, and then fell asleep.
Okay. Yes.
And then I assume was rudely interrupted.
Yeah. So you are used to early mornings, so
Yes.
it's not like you still get your long rest. You're probably interrupted a little earlier than you would typically like, but you can usually get away with a couple of hours of activity in that short rest time. But you are awoken rudely by a. Actually, I should roll this to be fair. I should roll this just to be fair. So you are incapacitated with this as being unconscious, incapacitated. Creature draws. Automatic attack rolls. Yeah, so this might be a crit. This will be a crit if it hits. Does a
I can tell you it probably does, because I'm not wearing armor.
I can tell you this would probably hit you even with armor. This is a 27.
Definitely.
Yeah. So there's a couple of rolls here.
I can't believe
here
we
we
just
go.
picked the death curse and now Caius is gonna die.
Someone's gonna die.
Of fun.
So you
It's gonna be Caius. I have a stick.
you take 13 points of psychic damage.
Okay. Does that do extra damage to Caius because brain go hurt, or?
No.
Okay.
No.
It's always good to check.
I hate the sounds of how many dice.
Welcome once again to another episode of Darby Punishes Us for Splitting Up.
It's true. It's usually Bertie. It technically is still. Oh no.
27 points of necrotic damage.
Necrotic damage.
And you have a disadvantage on saving throws until the start of this creature's next turn. Bertie, at this very moment, you feel a psychic scream in your mind saying, "Your protection is not long for this world." Can I get everyone to roll initiative, please?
Oh my god!
Starting
What
the year with a
time
bang.
is it?
It is about 5 in the morning.
Cool.
So Anya would probably be up. Unless
Can I make the argument? We don't know what's going on yet, very obviously, because we're in a completely different room. But can I make the argument that Anya's probably woken Ross up to start early training as well?
You could, well,
Or is trying to convince Ross to get up?
I feel like, yeah, she's convincing Ross to get up, but Ross is like, but I have stretches I already do in the morning. I do my humming. I do my hums. Also, I had a dirty 20 on initiative.
Okay.
I had a nat 20, so a 22. Bertie doesn't have much
where is
initiative,
my-
obviously.
I also got a 22.
Nice.
22.
I also got a nat 20.
So,
Oh no.
So
I used your dice, by the way, Laura.
Oh,
I've got the
yes.
higher deck score, Darby. So
yeah. Bertie and Caius thus far, remember that... so what is your total on a 22?
Oh,
Sorry.
B,
On a nat 20, sorry.
30.
30.
What the fuck?
Alright.
Who allowed that? Darby?
Jeremy Crawford. Neumann?
I got an 11. And I guess the thing I wanted to do, I guess it's too late now.
I mean, it depends. When we get to
What
your
do you
turn, you can decide. Okay.
What was it, out of curiosity?
Nah, it's all good. It's all good.
We'll see. We might see still. But yeah, no, while Darby's doing all that, Anya's definitely like trying to get Ross up, and Ross is still like holding a pillow, just like, no.
Ross, this is what you agreed to. You
I
have
didn't-
to get up before the birds.
I didn't agree to 5 o'clock in the morning.
Alright.
It is nice. You will like it.
I won't.
Having-
I've done this before.
Having not heard the psychic scream, I am going to say that Alazira, having warned you, is going to teleport back to Dorum.
It's just like, what the fuck? And Brody has completely frozen up, but I guess
but
we'll get to do whatever
Top
Anya's doing.
of initiative is
Oh,
Caius.
Caius, yeah.
So, this is quite a predicament. Cool.
Oh,
so,
I should bring up the new combat
ooh,
layout.
little overlay.
Yes. Where did I put Alice? Where did I put Alethmira's mini? While I'm finding it, go ahead with your go.
Okay. So first of all, I just want to really quickly survey the area. How many people are here? What's going on? And is there a window in my room?
There is, as you... Oh, I should virtual cam share this with you guys. But yes, there is a window in your room.
Okay. Who's attacking me? What's going on here?
So, it is a shadowy, almost elven-looking feminine figure in dark leathers. She has a dagger on a chain in one hand, and a sort of crude talisman in the other. Alright. So there we go. And yeah, she is right over you.
That could be a problem, I'll be honest. Well, I think I'm going to look at what's going on. I'm going to quickly grab the bow staff that's next to my bed. And go, oh! And, Misty step outside.
Okay.
And then I will break out in a dash
Yeah.
towards the
Okay.
other tavern.
Yeah. Okay. So, interesting. Yeah. So,
Farewell to
Well,
that map Darby
yeah.
set up.
yeah, we'll just go into
Isn't
theater
it
of the
weird?
mind.
The other tavern has the exact same setup.
Layout.
Yeah,
It's
crazy.
wild.
Okay.
Very weird.
Anya,
Anya.
you are unaware of anything going on
Yeah.
at the moment.
Anya, in a swift maneuver, is going to attempt to pull all of the sheets off the bed and Ross with them.
Ugh.
Do I have to roll for anything, or has that just happened?
I guess roll a strength check. Athletics, if you've got the proficiency.
Let's have a look. Did you say athletics or acrobatics?
Athletics, if you've got the proficiency.
So that's 17.
17. Okay. I would say that's enough to pull the.
Yeah, she's tall, but she's
Yeah.
not. She's not strong.
Anya stands over her, hands on her hips, and she's like, "Ah, oh, that tambourine of yours is going out the window."
Fine. Then she gets up and starts huffily doing her thing.
Okay. Bertie.
Cool. So Bertie has kind of like had a couple of moments of just like abject horror, I suppose, at hearing this. And then he kind of gets very frantic and he... Tell me if this is too much to do in his turn, I suppose, Darby. But what I want him to do is he hurriedly goes and like grabs like throws like the staff on his back. Like I guess it's getting equipment though is the problem, because I want him to get his staff, his sword, and Caius's sword, and then also cast a spell. Am I able to do that?
What is the spell?
Dimension Door.
Dimension Door. I'm gonna say, usually you get one free object interaction. You probably would be set up for the day since you've already been up.
Yeah, he was
And the
trying
fact that
himself.
you've gotten that nat 20, I'll say that you probably can probably manage all that.
Awesome. So in like the ability to kind of cast Dimension Door, I imagine he probably just like I guess like scratches his palm enough to like draw blood while he's kind of like hurriedly grabbing his stuff, and then he kind of like makes the shape of a doorway on the floor, I suppose. And as that's kind of like fizzling, he's like, "Hey, Neumann, get up! I think Kais is in trouble. Get the others. Get at the tavern. I'll see you later." And then he's gonna jump into the Dimension Door. And because Dimension Door, you can kind of visualize where you want to go. So I guess because Bertie knows Deosil quite well, he's going to Dimension Door as close as possible to where, like, the limits of it. Because Dimension Door is about 500 feet, I believe.
Yeah. Yes, 500 feet.
I'm picturing I'm picturing Dimension Door like Portal. So like he jumps down through it and then like comes out sideways on the street or something like that. And yeah. And then the portal will fizzle out behind him after he's yelled at Neumann, I suppose.
Alright. Okay. Next is Ross. We're on the ground after being pulled out of bed by...
doing Ross shenanigans.
Would I have heard Bertie yelling? Was it loud enough to not even hear what he said, but just to hear that like a kerfuffle was occurring?
Roll me a perception check.
Okay. Come on, glitter. Ooh. Okay. Ooh, my perception's good. That's 17.
17. Just you couldn't make out what was being said, but it's enough to kind of hear it, and like you're a musician, you've got a decent ear for like tone and pitch, so you get that there's some sort of like kerfuffle adjacency to the tone.
Does Bertie normally yell at 5 o'clock in the morning?
That depends on the activity. What sort of yelling did it sound like?
I just heard something that sounded vaguely panicked. Should we, go?
Okay, so the last time that I heard a kerfuffle in Bertie's room, and I went there, it turned out it was a natural kerfuffle. However, the fact that it was a natural kerfuffle, it concerns me greatly that we could be walking in on a sexual act now, because the last time wasn't.
But also, isn't he in a room with Neumann and Caius? The implications of that, I think we should maybe just go check.
That's a good point. Maybe bring your tambourine.
Yeah, duh.
And Anya, who is already kitted out, heads towards the room. Well, I guess when she does on her turn, but yeah.
Okay.
Ross will scramble for her tambourine and go.
Ross and Anya are doing their own thing.
So the assassin is going to use a legendary action at the end of Ross's turn to shadow step down to towards Caius. Did you move at all after you dashed? Okay, so interesting point. You would have only gotten 40 feet away from where you were. Your speed reduced to or reduced by? Let me double check. As you were kind of way down, reduced by. So you would have only gotten 20 feet away from the point where you, as you were weighed down by her weight of ages feature. So okay. So she has shadow stepped and reached, she's only 10 feet away from you. And she is going to, from where she is going to, let's stick with just the one, but at the distance. So she's going to use her dagger on the chain and throw the chain out to target you. Actually, no. She's going to use this other feature. Can you roll me a Constitution saving throw?
I can. And I have disadvantage on these?
Yes, disadvantage on saving throws.
Excellent. Oh, God. That is a... Ooh, boy. That's a 14.
That is not enough. So... How many D8 do I need? Yep. So you're going to take... So 10... 20... 35 points of psychic damage, and you suffer 1 level of exhaustion.
Oh. Excellent.
So that was both her legendary action and her turn. Yeah, she doesn't have any bonus actions, does she? That's not a bonus action. No, that's an action. Yeah, that's her turn. How much damage did I say? It was
I don't know, but I added it.
35, I believe it was.
I'm at 111, if you're using that as a tally.
Yeah. Alright.
That has taken a lot of damage into it. I just want to point that out.
Yeah.
Cool.
Okay, so next is Neumann.
Well, Newman's going to get up and he's immediately going to look in the direction of the other tavern, which he noted from the night beforehand how to get there. So he should be able to find it fairly easy. Can he see them outside now from the second story of this tavern that they're currently in?
No, you do know it's a bit far from where you were staying. Probably about 700 feet or so away.
Can you see where Birdie Dimension doored to?
Roll me a perception check. I'll say with advantage because you know the direction he's heading.
That is a 27.
27. So you can just see Bertie off into the distance, aided by kind of the flare of the dimension door as it opens and closes.
And if he has a look at Caius's gear, what's left?
Most
it's his
of
armor,
it, I believe.
Shield. Did Birdie take the shield?
Or Birdie think just he only took the sword. So the armor, the shield.
Yeah, the sword, the javelin.
Yeah.
All right.
The only thing, so there's a cloak that's there, there's his backpack that's there, there's his full set of armor that's there as well.
He probably only have time to pick up the shield then. He's going to pick up the shield, bang on the wall next to him, and pretty much scream out for Anya and Ross to get here as quickly as possible. And he's going to. I don't know if this is a good idea or not, but he's going to prepare an action. He wants to use his Cape of the Mountebank to cast Dimension Door himself.
Okay.
He's also going to attempt to bring one of whoever comes first, Anya or Ross, with him perhaps, but
No.
he's just going to wait until they get here and then he'll have a chat with them.
Keep
and
in
then,
mind.
if not, he's going to be just skedaddling.
Keep in mind you are currently unarmored because you've just woken up.
Hang on, let me read my very
It
long
takes you an
description of this
action.
armor.
It takes you an action to step into the
Well,
armor.
then he gets
basically.
into the armor first. Then.
Okay. So next turn you'll caper the Mountebank.
Mhm.
Okay. Alright. So those don't really come into play yet. Caius!
Mm.
You are 10 feet from this assassin. Actually, fortunately for you, 10 feet does mean that your speed is currently back to normal.
So it's like a distance from that target thing. That's unfortunate. Cool. Well, I'll be honest. This is not how I saw my morning going. So I guess we're just gonna have to stand and fight then, if there's no way that I can get away. As much as I really don't want to. Well, Caius is going to turn around, look at this figure, tap his quarterstaff on the ground. He's going to look up at the sky, and when he looks back down again, his eyes have rolled back into the back of his head again, and there's a soft white energy that crackles around him as he casts Enlarge on himself.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, I don't think she has anything to cover that. So that's action?
That is my action.
Okay.
I don't really have anything exciting to do with bonus action,
No.
so I'm just going to action surge and get this over with.
Okay.
Actually, no, I'm going to bonus action second wind because I hurt.
Yeah. Alright, so roll that and tell me how much you heal, please.
That is 12.
12. Okay, so...
And now I'm going to swing a quarterstaff at the lovely woman twice.
You're action surging?
Yes.
Okay, so something you notice is that your actions are slowed when you are in her vicinity, and you can only attack once.
Cool. So I can't get away and I can't go quickly. I will attack once then. That is a 22 to hit.
22 to hit. She's going to use her reaction, because it's worth it, to use her Blessing of the Talisman. And you see, 22, so to reduce the, to reduce that to 16,
Okay.
which misses.
Interesting. That is my turn.
Yeah. Yeah, so that was really unlucky because that was the only thing that could have made that miss, because it's 1d6 and I rolled a 6 and her AC is 17.
To be fair, I'm attacking with a non-magical quarterstaff.
That too.
It would not have killed her.
Yeah. Who knows? You could have smited. All right, Anya.
So Anya, after then hearing Neumann banging on the wall, she rushes into the room and she's like, "Neumann, what's going on? Where's Bertie? Where's Caius?"
Well, and he's getting into his clock weight, his armor at the moment, sort of very quickly. You probably would also see all of Caius's armor and shield right below Neumann as well. Well, long story short, Caius isn't here. He's at another hotel room. We think he's in trouble. Birdie's already gone. And he'll just point out towards where the hotel is. That's probably all he has time to say.
Yeah.
She quickly pulls the ratus form of Hafren
Yep.
out of like wherever he was hanging out, somewhere on her person.
Yeah.
And she's like, actually, I need to check the carrying capacity of an imp. Give me like a hot second.
Bertie is on deck.
Sorry.
We might do Bertie's turn quickly while we're finding that as well. So,
Yep.
Bertie, what are you doing?
So Betty, I guess, hits the ground running. I guess like Caius is giant. Can he see him from here, or he probably will still be obscured by buildings?
You probably can catch glimpses of him from where you are now, because you're only about 200 feet away.
Okay. Cool. Birdie is going to, because he's got Caius's Cindernoct, I believe it's called.
Yes.
And his Giant Slayer Falcon in one in each hand, and he's just going to dash, I guess.
Yeah.
I will also.
So that gets you to about 140 feet away.
Yeah, but while he does that, he's going to
You also have, if you want to use it, your phase step.
Yeah,
as a bonus action to get you a bit of extra.
I would also like him to try and use ascending. Question is, can I do an intelligent, luck roll for him to choose to use the stone instead of trying to cast it?
Well, if you're dashing, you can't use.
I can't.
You can't cast sending because it's an action spell.
Okay. Well then, yeah, he'll dash and then phase step, I suppose.
Yeah. So that gets you 90 feet closer. So you're only about 110 feet away.
Okay.
From the tavern, and Caius is about 10 feet out. So you're only about 100 feet away from Caius.
Yeah. I will also thematically say, I guess, then, because I can't physically do that spell, maybe Darby. He will try to cast sending, but he can't.
Yeah.
But he's going, hey, Caius, where are you? You okay? I think you're in trouble. Get back to me. What's going on? But it's not doing anything.
Yeah. Okay.
Cool.
Anya.
Yeah. So Anya, she pulls Hafren out, and she's like, went British there for a second. Go assist them now. And she throws him up, and mid-throw he transforms into his imp form, and he's going to just fly in that direction that was pointed at his full speed. He's going to dash there. So he's got, as an imp, he's got a 40-foot speed, so 80 feet of fly speed, that is.
Yep.
And Anya, she grabs Caius's shield, and she leaps out the window.
Neumann has Caius's shield at the moment.
You're getting
So are you
dressed.
taking it off Neumann, or?
You're getting dressed. Are you holding a shield while getting into the armor?
It's all yours.
Sorry, the logic there, fella.
Yeah.
Yeah, so she jumps out the window. I'm guessing you're going to want me to make an acrobatics.
Yeah. Make me an acrobatics check.
That's entirely valid. Okay. Oh, that's a dirty 20.
Yeah. So you easily manage to land in a way that doesn't hurt you at all.
Cool. She is going to bear with me for a moment. So she's going to dash. So that's 80, 90 feet.
Yeah.
So move, dash, and then bonus action dash as well.
Okay.
With her being a
Yeah.
cunning action.
So
Laugh.
about 135 feet.
Yeah, that sounds about right. You probably do maths better than me. Is she anywhere close-ish?
Not at this stage, no.
Yeah, that's fine, because she's just going to keep doing that.
Yeah.
She's actually gotten further than Havrin.
I
at
will
this point.
I will say, with your perception being what it is, and the fact that Caius has gone giant, you can just see about 550 feet in the distance the glimpse of an enlarged Caius, the top of an enlarged Caius's head.
Can I, as she's running past, as she starts overtaking Havrin scoffs at her and then flies back down to her shoulder.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, because Havrin's only about 8. Havrin's probably about 50 feet behind you.
Yeah, but as she's going past. We move.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. I get what you're saying now.
It's kind of a mental retcon, but not really,
Yeah.
because we move together.
Just a realization as you pass him of like, you'll probably you'll probably get there faster on my shoulder.
Yeah.
Okay, at the end of that turn, the assassin is going to use a legendary action to use the chained thirsting dagger attack on Caius.
Thirsting dagger.
Yes.
When is her turn?
It is after yours.
Okay.
She's used her reaction, so she can't add to that. So, but this probably still hits. That's 14.
AC of 12 currently.
Yeah, that's 14. So, so you take 5, 6, 7, 8 points of psychic damage.
Mm-hmm. I'm not liking this psychic damage, I'll be honest.
I would imagine you wouldn't.
I'm probably not going to like this even more, though. I think whatever's coming.
This Caius is the beefy boy, so presumably has a lot of more hit points than...
For now.
20
She'll see what the thirsting dagger does.
24 points of necrotic damage.
Okay.
The fact that you just nodded then and didn't win tells me everything I need to know about Caius's health.
I mean, if I'm not mistaken, he's down to double digits.
I am indeed down to double digits.
Oh, is he down to double digits? What a tragedy for him.
I believe for the first time.
Ross, is your go.
Okay, so Anya just leapt out a window.
Yeah.
Neumann, do you know how to get to Caius?
Can get us there fairly quick, but it still will be running for most of the way.
Can you describe to me where he is?
He points towards the tavern, and I'm assuming he would have remembered a name for it as well, because he paid particular attention to it. But yeah, so that's what he does. I can teleport us about 300 feet away.
500 feet.
500 feet away, but that's all I can do from there.
Yeah, so it'll be 200 feet away from the location.
Okay, well, I hope you've given me enough details. And she's going to grab Neumann and teleport there.
That works.
Roll me a percentile.
Oh,
That should not work, because you have to be there to get there safely.
Yeah, look. Oh god,
Nice knowing you too.
There goes all my 7th. Oh god, the stats on this are bad. Oh my god.
What?
Oh, really?
What
We
did,
up
I
to the
did it.
astral plane.
Oh, you
you
did
did
it?
it.
what did you
I got a
roll?
75. I just got it.
That's surprising.
Yeah, yeah. From description alone, it's the minimum roll is a 74, and you find yourself. So everyone except for Anya basically is in reasonable vicinity of this place.
So we'd be at the door of the tavern. Or wherever Neumann described to Ross, we're there.
Yeah.
At the front of the tavern. So
Yes.
I'm guessing that's where we would have been where Caius was staying.
Okay, so we land, and
Yeah.
Ross has a moment with Neumann like, wow, that really could have gone very poorly. And then turns around and is like, oh, it's already going poorly. And, do I still have a bonus action?
You do.
Okay, hold on, I just need to double check the logistics of what I want to do. Okay, it's based on the spell, not on the rounds. Ross is going to think back as hard as she can on when she was 15 and the Concord got a paladin to try and teach her how to fight. And her eyes are going to roll back in her head a little bit, and she's going to cast Banishing Smite on herself as she puts her hand on her +1 rapier.
All right. So yeah, you see the rapier start to glow with arcane power, and it is the assassin's go. The assassin is going to is going to look at. Actually, no, that's legendary action is the only way it can do that. So it is going to what's the range on this? Yeah, let's do this. The assassin's going to run at you, Bertie.
Okay.
That does trigger an attack of opportunity if you so desire, Caius.
Yes. I would very much desire. I want to hit this thing once. That's a natural 20.
Oh my
Okay,
god.
using
It's
reaction.
with a quarterstaff. So
Yeah. Yeah, so yeah, you can hit with that.
yeah, I can hit with that.
Yeah.
Thanks. So that is. Oh, I rolled a 7. So what's that? That is 16, 20, 21 whole points of damage.
21. Okay.
Points of non-magical bludgeoning.
Okay.
I'm assuming I can't smite as a reaction.
I'm not sure, actually.
Don't know how that works.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Okay, but
Divine
regardless,
smite when you hit with a what to say I don't.
she is stuck with you then.
Yeah.
And so
She
instead,
stays
she is going to do 2 thirsting dagger attacks on you.
Yep. No, you stay here.
Those both hit, but one of them is also a natural 20.
Awesome.
So 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. So that is 30 points of psychic damage.
Cool.
So, and then, oh, this is only on the natural 20 thus far. So 12, 24, 48, 58, 68, 78 points of necrotic damage. That's more than enough to heal her back to full.
And then there's a second attack, isn't there?
Yeah. Yes.
Yep. So I'm unconscious and I lose 2 death saving throws.
Was that first one enough to get you down to 0?
Yes, it was.
Well, okay, that was... I rolled them both at the same time. I think the first one was the... Because I spotted it first, I think the first one was the regular one was the first one. So I won't roll, but you're down.
Okay.
And that is her turn. Next is Neumann.
It's not really too much that he can do other than just run and stab. Because he's still got he doesn't really have time to prepare any new spells. So he's going to, just run up to her as well. Flank, potentially, if he can.
Well, there's no one to flank with at the moment.
Is he not with... Oh, yeah, because Caius is on the ground.
Yeah.
Well, in that case, actually... Can he get next to Caius?
Yeah.
And then, was it... I'll always forget this rule, no matter how many times we bring it up.
It is an action to feed someone a potion. Bonus action to drink it yourself.
Alright, cool. He will feed Caius a potion. Because he would prefer to do that, and he's just going to call out to the rest of you guys to just do something. Do anything, just because this is bad, and this is all he can really do right now.
Okay. Yeah. Alright.
Oh, actually, hang on. Sorry. I guess this is a way of wording, and it's up to you, Darby. But can I... Is someone unconscious a willing creature?
No.
Certainly not unwilling.
Jay,
You
let me have a little discussion about consent law.
yeah. I'm gonna say generally no. I mean,
yeah. Well, that's what I do then. That's what I do. Is I just do the potion then.
Don't get me wrong. I want to save Caius as much as you do, but let's not muddy the waters here.
Alright, so Caius's move. Is he up again now?
Well, not quite. There is a matter of a couple of the wights associated with this creature who are nearby Anya.
What?
Oh.
I'm sorry. What?
So you see these two shadowy wights similar to the ones that attacked Bertie in, I believe it was in Ketathil. And you see them, so they both approach you and attack you with their life drain ability.
Awesome. Cool.
The lowest of those is a dirty 20.
Yep, that hits. Yeah.
Alright, so I'm just going to use the average damage for these. So you take a total of 18 points of necrotic damage.
Cool. Love
and
that.
Can you roll me 2 Constitution saving throws?
Hold on, I have to do the damage first. Jeez. Oh no. Let me get into my skills. This is bad. Oh. Neither of those are good. Neither of those are great. That's a 2 and an 8.
Oh, so yeah, your max is reduced by 18. Your maximum hit points are reduced by 18, as well as your current hit points.
Fuck.
So technically, you're still on full.
Hold on. I don't know how to maths, and I don't know how to do this without fucking up my thing.
Don't worry about it at the moment, unless you work it out. But,
How much was it by?
18.
18.
Yeah. Okay. Next is Caius. Actually, before that, Alethneira is going to use a legendary action to shadow step towards Bertie. 30 feet towards Bertie. So she's about 60 feet from you.
Would I have
70 feet.
another reaction? I don't know where we are.
No, you haven't.
Because I'm awake now.
You wouldn't, because it hasn't been your turn again. Because this isn't her turn.
Oh, it wasn't her action, it was her legendary action. Before.
Yes. But no, beforehand it was her action. This time it's her legendary action.
Gotcha.
So what hit points are you on?
Go in her wave.
What hit points did you heal for?
17.
17. Okay.
I'm practically at full.
Sure. Okay. Okay. So now it is your go, Caius.
Okay. How far away is this being from me now?
She is now 30 feet away from you.
Okay. Do I still feel like I am slow?
No, because you did not start your turn within 5 feet of her.
Excellent. Damn it. I'm going to lay on hands myself.
Okay, for how much?
The full 25.
Okay.
That is my action. My bonus action. Well, I'm going to sprint up to our lovely new friend.
Yeah.
And I'm going to bonus action. We're now 60 feet away from Bertie, is that correct?
Yes.
I cast Shield of Faith on Bertie.
On Bertie?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. And that would be your go.
That's me.
Anya. You're about 550 feet or so away. You have 2 whites flanking you.
Bonus action, disengage sprint.
Okay. Yeah. So so that gets you an extra 90 feet.
Yep.
Okay. Yeah. Bertie, your go.
Cool, so I'm 60 feet away from Caius, yeah?
Yes.
Alright, can I dash and cast a spell?
Depends.
It's a spell, it's an action.
Depends on the spell. How often can you do your phase step?
Only once per short rest, so I
Okay.
can't do it again.
Dashing is an action.
Oh. Okay, Oh, okay, what can I do? Sorry. Okay, well, no, this should still work. But I can just, like, my regular 30 feet walking speed is fine, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, so Bertie runs 30 feet, and then, can I still cast a spell, but also, like, drop Cinderknocked and, like, kick it towards him?
Yeah, I'll allow that.
Okay, so he drops the sword, so he drops Cinderknocked, kicks it with all of his heel boots towards Caius as hard as he can, and then he rears back the hand that has, that's holding the giant slayer Falchion, and he's already holding out the hand that he used to throw Cinderknocked to the ground, and he's like, "Hey, you're here for me!" And then he hand trauma warning, he stabs into his hand and hurts himself for, hang on, I'm gonna, 68 damage, which is, alright, 36.
Oh, 68, not 68.
So
68.
So 36.
Yeah, so 36. So Caius heals himself by 72 points of healing. As, Bertie stabs into his hand, like the blood like runs down his arm. Yeah. So
Legit.
Caius, you just feel like this, like, I guess like this like energy just like surge up through you, I suppose, the second that he stabs into his hand.
Is that 76?
72.
72.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
And obviously he directed that to the other warlock, obviously.
Yeah. At the end of your go, the assassin is going to she is going to use a legendary action to throw her chained thirsting dagger at you, Bertie.
Right.
Caius, you do technically get a reaction, but
Yeah.
does it stop her from attacking if...
I don't think it stops her
attacks
from
someone
attacking,
else?
it stops her from moving. However, I believe when a creature within 5 feet of me makes an attack against a target other than me, I use my reaction. Oh, no, that's my bad. That's just Sentinel.
Yeah.
Where's my shield thing?
You don't have a
okay.
shield.
I don't have a shield. I'm just going to attack.
No. Speaking of, I have his shield. Should my AC be higher?
Yes, by 4,
four.
actually.
It's a big boy shield.
What does that make your AC? That makes it 22.
23.
23. Neither of those hit then. Neither of those hit.
Does that mean I'm back up to max?
Yes.
She still,
Anya is
still would
unkillable.
have left. She still would have bonus action disengaged dash.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah. Okay.
So I'm going to roll an attack then.
Okay.
I'm assuming I wouldn't have a chance to pick up my sword yet.
No.
No, that's fine.
I
No.
am also going to roll the attack on the chain. That's a nat 20.
Oh no, because my AC is 19. That's not fair.
So what did you
That's
roll to
alright.
hit, Caius?
I'm just trying to figure out. Nah, I won't do enough damage anyway. It's 14 to hit.
14 to hit. Yeah, that's not enough. So the chained thirsting dagger is... This one is... So... Oh, I rolled high on the psychic damage there. But do you have resistance to psychic?
I'm not actually sure. Just one moment. Sorry. It feels like it should be, but it might have been taken from me because I'm no longer a Pact of the Old One warlock.
Yeah. You do not. It's cold and necrotic you have.
Yeah.
So 16 points of psychic.
Cool. Ouch.
Although, good news, the next... Oh, I forgot an additional 12 on top of that, because this was a crit.
Okay,
So it's
yep.
28 at the end of the day. Yep. Lost a d6 there to under... Ooh.
Well, you just throw the d6 away, Darby.
Yeah, it doesn't count.
So what was it? So 28. So...
What's the extra damage?
7, 8... What? So 30...
Because I've already taken
Plus-
the 28 off, so
Yeah.
tell me what the extra stuff is.
8. So the extra is... It's 78 necrotic, but that is halved because you are resistant to necrotic to 39.
I'm down. Cool. Alright, Betty collapses. So cool.
Alright. Ross, it's your go.
Okay. How far am I away from Bertie?
About 60 feet.
That's what I'd hoped you say, Darby, because at a... I'll keep that spell slot just in case. At a 5th level, I'm going to Healing Word Bertie. Yeah. So
All
that's 5d4 plus 6.
Yes.
If you want to roll that, Laura, or I can roll it.
You can roll it.
Okay, so...
Thank you, Miss Ross.
5. And she's gonna... because she's just watched a lot of people go down and up and down and up and down and up. 8, 10, 12, 15 plus 6, so that's 21 points of healing.
Thank you.
So she's going to, yeah, she probably healing worded Birdie just by yelling his name really passionately, like, give this girl an Oscar. And then that's a bonus action. So if I'm 60 feet from Birdie, how far am I from
30 feet.
30 feet from Bad Lady?
Yes.
Okay, 2 questions.
Yes.
What kind of armor is she wearing?
She's wearing studded leather.
Studded? Thank you.
Not metal studs, though.
But she's holding a sword. She's holding a chain?
Yes. She's holding a chain and dagger.
Cool. And how many concentration spells can I have going at once?
1. That's how concentration works.
Ross could have a big brain. She doesn't, but she could.
Okay.
Holds lots of concentration. Okay. Oh. Because I shouldn't get into melee with her, and Vanishing Smite is melee. But it does a lot of damage. Ross runs at her and goes to hit her with her +1 rapier.
Okay,
With
roll
Banishing Smite cast on it.
Yeah, roll to hit.
Ooh, okay. And that is a what is? Oh, it's +10. Okay, so that's an 18 to hit.
18 to hit. She's going to use her reaction for a Blessing of the Talisman to reduce it to 15, making it miss.
Okay, so Ross.
You still technically have Banishing Smite, though, because it's the
So-
next time you hit.
Yeah, no, I have it for a minute.
Mm.
So I'm just now in melee with terrible
Yeah.
evil lady and very few hit points. But I did use up one of her legendary things.
For the round.
For the round?
Which is nearly done.
No,
I thought they were-
that was her reaction. That wasn't a legendary resistance.
This is why I should stay out of melee. I'm a fucking caster.
It is her go.
God. Anyway. No, kill me,
Does
it's
she
fine.
get her? She does not. Okay. She is going to. She is going to. Is she gonna go with? Is she gonna target Bertie, or is she gonna target the 2 people around her? She's going to do a thirsting dagger on each Caius and Ross.
Neumann's there as well.
Oh, Neumann's there as well.
Yeah.
Probably Caius and Neumann. They seem the bigger threats.
All right, spring shield.
Yeah, cool.
Ross just takes some psychic damage. Like, hey,
Hey!
I'm a big
Natural
girl
20.
too.
Sorry, Neumann.
oh, gee.
If only I had my armor that could stop natural 20s.
I've been.
No, you have your armor on.
Not this armor. This armor. There was my old armor that stopped
So
natural
that-
20s.
Is,
Oh no.
So that is. So 12 plus 3 plus 16. So that is 31 points of psychic damage. Are you at all resistant to that?
Me? No,
No.
not
Okay.
anymore.
Okay. And
I would have my reaction now, wouldn't I?
yes.
I'm gonna quickly take a swing.
Okay.
As she goes, oops! I'll roll another one. That is lost.
Oh no.
The 7. So 18.
18? Okay. That... She's not going to use her reaction just yet. So... for this lot. So yeah, that'll hit.
All right.
Neumann, you take 78 points of necrotic damage.
Was that on top of
the 31? Yes.
Alright, cool. Newman's down.
You.
I deal a whole 9 points of non-magical bludgeoning damage.
Alright. One thing, she doesn't seem to be resistant to this at all.
Excellent.
I'm gonna kill her.
Well,
Alright. That is her go. Neumann, roll me a death saving throw, please.
Mm-hmm.
I've been rolling really well these past couple of days.
I feel
Like-
like
You
it's
really
been
have been,
20
Darby.
years since
I rolled
Barney's
I
though,
rolled like 3 or 4 natural 20s in Strahd on Saturday.
You did.
Oh, yeah, it was not great.
Yeah.
It wasn't fun.
No.
Darby's having a good time.
That's a success.
Success. Okay.
13.
Hey.
Okay. Yeah, you managed to outrun the whites fairly easily, Anya. So they're not going to get anything off on you. Caius, your go.
can I pick up my sword as
Yeah.
a free action?
Yes, it is an object interaction.
Perfect. I will do that. Now the issue that I have here is Neumann is unconscious. And that is not good.
Do you have anything to bring him up?
I have cure wounds, but that's my action. But he's my friend, so I'm gonna cast cure wounds on him.
Okay. Yeah, roll the cure.
With the F word as well. Oh boy.
Oh, Neiman just like wakes up. He's so
Gonna
happy.
spring to his feet.
Some levity during this horrible episode.
It is not a lot. Hang on, where am I? Cure wounds is 1d8. Ooh. Oh my god, it's an 8! You healed 10 hit points.
Hell yeah. 10's all
All
I
he
need.
needs.
And I don't have anything to do as a bonus action. So that... Actually... I'm gonna channel Divinity Turn the Tide as a bonus action.
Okay, what does that do?
Each creature of my choice within 30 feet regain 1d6 plus 2 hit points if it has no more than half of its maximum hit points already. So I believe...
So that would be both Neumann
That is-
and Bertie.
Yeah.
Hmm.
So it's not a lot.
So how much is it again? Sorry.
That is 6 hit points.
Thank you. It all helps.
And that's my turn. I'm done.
Yeah. Okay, Anya.
God.
Another triple move.
Well, okay. I have a question.
Mm.
How far was this tavern from the previous tavern?
About 700 feet.
About 700 feet. So I've moved 225 feet.
Yes. You might actually be within like yeah, you are technically within range to attack. You would be at disadvantage, but you can technically attack from this range.
Yeah, that's so what she's gonna do is she's gonna use her movement.
So 45
Plus
feet of movement.
her,
Bonus
cunning
Yep.
action.
So 90 feet of progress.
Yeah, so she's now 315 feet from the starting point.
Yep.
Someone else do the maths about
So
how
a
much closer she is.
little under 400 feet away.
And she is going to shoot with her oath bow.
Oath bow or wild bow?
Wild bow, that's what I meant.
Wild bow.
Sorry. Oh, she's going to attempt to anyway.
Yeah. So disadvantage.
Yeah, I know. Oh. The lowest is a 15. Plus
Oh wow.
10 plus 2, so
Yeah, that'll hit.
27.
That'll hit.
Hey.
Yeah.
There's nothing she can do to even like. She can't use her talisman to block that.
Now I have a question.
Yeah.
With my excuse me, sir. With my sneak attack.
Because you've rolled at disadvantage, you can't benefit from sneak attack.
Oh.
Unfortunately.
But it says you don't need advantage on the attack roll if
No,
another enemy
you don't
target
need-
is within 5 feet.
You don't need advantage, but if you have disadvantage, you cannot benefit from sneak attack, unfortunately.
Oh, yeah. Sorry,
Yeah.
I didn't read up to that bit yet.
Yeah.
That's me just trying to milk everything that I can.
Is, yeah, so it's not going to be much, but it's something.
Oh, that's good. So that's 14 points of whatever the fuck magical damage this is.
Yeah.
Piercing. Magical piercing damage.
Yeah. Okay. Good. Okay. Bertie.
Cool. Alright, so he kind of like started to like fall and like kind of as Ross sort of hypothetically magicking, he kind of rights himself again. And then geez, this has been a big point of contention. I suppose he is going to throw out he is again, I guess, going to point his left hand towards the warlock, and he's going to go. He's going to attempt to try and cast a guiding bolt at her.
Okay,
So
yeah.
We'll see if he manages that.
Roll to hit.
Plus 13. So I rolled a 10, but so it's a 23 to hit.
23. Yeah, I'm not going to bother her reaction. That's going to hit even with a complete success, so...
Awesome. So it's 8d6, so I'm just going to use D&D Beyond.
Yeah.
So I don't want to get all those up.
That's-
Okay. So that's 32 radiant damage.
Nice.
And she's going to now be glowing in like this like faint light, shimmering with it, which he's going to go, again, I'm the one you have a problem with. And then he's going to approach the other and go, hit her, quick!
He threatens our designs.
Well, again, I'm the captain, so you come fight me, not him.
So you're staying the 30 feet back?
I guess he'll shuffle back a bit when he's like, anyway,
Okay.
hit him, guys, come on.
Okay, so you're going back your full movement or just part?
I guess my full movement.
So full movement would get you 60 feet away from the main bulk
Who
of the
goes
fray.
sideways.
Okay, so strafing into a better position, essentially. Okay, Ross, it is your go.
Okay, so I'm assuming what Birdie just did gives us advantage on hits against it.
If you hit
Okay,
him, it's
Yeah.
big advantage.
okay, cool. I would like to. I'm assuming she probably like ducked out of the way of my rapier last time, so
Yeah.
I'm gonna be like,
And you also
did I
saw, I believe, from memory, you saw a glow from the talisman in her hand as you felt like your swing, which seemed like it was on track to hit, kind of slightly moved off course.
okay. Do I break concentration on vanishing smite? Neumann and Caius are still next to me, yes? And
Yes.
Newman's up?
Yes.
What's up?
Yeah, Newman's armor would have supported him and prevented him from going pro. I'll
He
say.
just passes out in his armor, then it's like, oh, I'm okay here now. It's all good.
Just for the moment.
So from what I've seen, her talisman can help deflect physical attacks.
Well, you don't know how it works.
Okay.
You just know you saw a glow and your hand was kind of moved.
Okay. Okay.
Her on deck and then Neumann.
there are two options in my head, and both of them are in character for Ross, but one of them is potentially incredibly stupid. Okay, without confirming that this is what I'm going to do, because I would like to seek DM permission to attempt this, would it be possible to sleight of hand the talisman out of her hand? Like to steal it off her with my sleight of hand?
Roll me a sleight of hand with disadvantage.
Disadvantage?
Opposed by her... opposed by a roll from her.
Does this count as a ability check?
Yes.
Neumann uses Flash of Genius to give you a +4 to that roll. So he's going to expend his reaction for this round.
So that... Okay, so the lower of those is a 9, but Ross has a +14 to sleight of hand.
Okay.
And then add the +4, so that's 13, 14, 15, 16, 17.
17 total. It is not enough.
Okay.
Because her response is an acrobatics, which was 22.
Should be 27, shouldn't it? Not 17.
Yeah, it was +19 to
Oh,
your sleight of hand.
+14, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so if it's 27,
Oh, yeah, no,
she's...
yeah.
Okay, she's going to use the talisman as her reaction.
What was that, sorry?
And she's going to use the talisman as her reaction. I rolled a 5, which means it ties, which means you're unsuccessful. Unfortunately.
Fuck. Okay.
But-
No, can I invoke luck?
Yes, you can.
I invoke luck. So what does that
Okay,
mean?
you roll another d20.
Does
That-
the +4 apply to this?
Yeah,
Or is
so,
that already been expended?
so you're adding that +4 to the roll, so it does apply to this.
Cool.
Okay, with only the +4, that's a dirty 20, plus my sleight of hand is a 34.
Okay. Okay, yeah, you manage to, like, you see this glow as she tries to push your hand away from hers with the talisman, and you wrestle it out of her hand.
Yeah, I do a like a stagecraft kind of like bring my hand down on her elbow and then wrap my arm around and like hit her wrist and pull it out of her hand. And then I'm going to use my root movement to run away.
I was gonna say she's gonna attack of opportunity, but she can't. She can't.
Yeah,
She's
because she
banned
used
her
her reaction, so I'm going to run.
But you know what she is gonna use?
Her knife?
A legendary action to throw her dagger at you.
Okay. I'm gonna take it, man.
Yes,
That's
that is a dirty 20.
Yeah, that hits me.
I mean, the way I've been rolling tonight, be thankful it's not in that
Yeah.
20.
But oh my god, I'm so hype.
Yeah. This may have turned the tide, guys.
I can't believe I remembered luck exists.
Are you resistant to either psychic or necrotic damage?
I'm only resistant to fire.
12, 15, 20, 30, 40. So a total of 47 damage
Okay.
as the dagger hits into you.
Oh.
And
Ugh.
she regains 22 hit points. As you feel your life energy. No, it wouldn't be that much. It'll only be 12, roughly. As you feel some of your life energy being drained from the dagger through the chain back to her.
Okay, well, when she does that, I'm gonna turn around and look at her and just be like, I still won, baby! And then just stand there, I guess, because I don't have anything else to do.
Yeah. Then it is her go. Does she get her wave of weariness back? She does not. she's going to... Yeah, she's going to use that as an action. Okay. And that is her go.
What
and
does she do?
She utters something. You're not sure what. And touches her dagger. Neumann, it is your go.
Does Neumann recognize that as a spell? Some sort of magic.
Roll me an Arcana check.
Sure. Oh, that's alright. That is an 18.
18. It's magic of some sort, but it's not a spell per se. Beyond that, you're not sure.
Okay. So right now... he's just going to... I guess he's just going to try and get into a flank, because this entire time he's been next to Caius, but he's going to try and get into a flank.
Okay.
Yeah, everything else probably won't work. So I guess, yeah, he's just going to attempt to stab her, I guess.
Okay, roll to hit.
Sure, we'll
With
do.
advantage, of course, because of flanking.
Would that technically be double advantage? Because it's
No such thing. 22.
22. She's going... No, she can't, because you have her talisman.
yes.
Yeah, that hits.
Alrighty.
That hits, and you get your sneak attack.
Yes. So that is just simply 9 magical piercing damage. And
Yeah.
then with the sneak attack, which is down here, that is an additional 15.
Okay.
And then, hopefully, fingers crossed, he can get a critical with the Vicious Rapier. With his offhand. He doesn't.
Creatures within 5 feet of her can only make 1 attack on their turn.
Oh, so it's not just Caius. Ooh.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yes. I forgot about a certain other thing, so I'm just omitting it. Technically, you're not supposed to be able to use reactions either, but because I forgot about that and haven't been enforcing it, it's not part of it anymore.
Cool. And is there anything else I can do
She
as a bonus
clearly
action?
doesn't need it anyway.
Yes.
She's survived 4 rounds thus far. And should survive a couple more.
Should. I don't like that. I don't like that at all. Well, yeah, no, he can't really do much else. So he's going to feed himself a potion.
Okay.
He's going to feed himself a big boy potion. Where is it? Potion of Superior.
Okay.
As a bonus action.
Alright, and let me know how much you heal yourself for once you do. At the end of your go, she is going to use 2 legendary actions to shadow step towards Ross.
Of course she is.
And we're back to the top of initiative. Caius.
She's 30 feet away from me,
Yes.
and I feel like I'm slow. Correct?
Not
Is that
currently.
apt?
Not currently.
Okay.
It seems to only be when you... Certain elements are when you start your turn within 5 feet of her. Some of them are when you are within 5 feet of her. So the movement speed is slowed when you start 5 feet from her. The attacks are when you are 5 feet from her.
Excellent.
How much did you end up healing, Jake?
28.
Okay.
For a superior, that was very bad.
Alright, so what is Caius doing?
Out of curiosity, because I'm not currently within 5 feet of her, can I throw something at her and then get within 5 feet and do another attack?
Creatures within 5 feet of can only make 1 attack on their turn.
Okay,
So-
never mind. In that case, I will sprint at her and
Okay.
swing at her with my shiny sword.
Okay, roll to hit.
He should also have advantage because I don't believe anyone's because the guiding bolt light.
It's the
or is that
first.
gone?
It's the first attack roll. It's not the first time someone hits.
Oh,
So,
okay. Yeah, Neumann used that up then. Alright,
Yeah.
that's fine.
All right.
That's a shame then.
Yeah.
Well,
Although you would have advantage from flanking with Ross.
I will take that. I rolled an 18. Damn it.
That's enough.
I know, but
Oh,
I wanted
but
another
it's one
I
off-
wanted it
one off the
higher.
crit.
Do I waste an inspiration? No.
You do
Well,
have it,
inspiration
but
just
yeah.
gives you advantage, so
Yeah, you might roll
Oh, so I don't get.
worse.
Oh, okay.
No.
Rolling that. Yeah. 18 then.
okay. Yeah, that hits.
And I'm smiting as well.
Okay.
Okay. So that is those boys. And
Anya is on deck.
Yeah, I know. I'm waiting.
I thought it was 2d6. It's 2d8 for smite. Okay, I'm ready. Don't worry. I know what I'm doing. Okay. So that is 13 points of radiant damage.
Okay.
Also, is she an undead or a fiend?
She is not.
Okay. Yeah, so there's 13 radiant,
Yep.
10 cold,
Yep.
and what is this? 9, 11 slashing.
All right. Yeah. So that is your go.
Mm-hmm.
Anya. Another
Anya is
90
going
feet
to-
and bow
9
attack.
feet and then attack.
All right.
She's not within 150.
No.
That is she? No.
No.
Fucking son of a biscuit. Okay. I don't think that's gonna hit a 15.
15 does not hit, unfortunately.
Yeah.
All right. Next is Bertie.
So Birdie is going to touch the boon staff on his back
Yeah.
to regain his warlock slots
Yeah.
with his action, and then with his bonus action, because he did get healed but he also stabbed through his own hand, he's going to make some symbols with his hand. I don't think this is going to work. It's a bonus action though. He's going to attempt to use blood curse of binding on this lovely lady.
Okay. So is that a saving throw? that she needs to make?
Yes. Now, I believe I think originally when we were discussing Birdie's subbing into Bloodhunter, it is a strength saving throw. I think you were discussing that we would be using the DC of like his general
Yes.
warlock magic, so
Yeah.
it would be a 21 DC saving throw.
All right. Yeah, that might actually not be good for her. Yeah, no, that's an 8.
Yes. Okay. So right back at you, girl. So her speed is now reduced to 0, and she can't use reactions until the end of my next turn.
Okay.
And Ray's like,
Thank you, babe.
again, leave him alone.
All right. I think she's still got. Unfortunately, legendary actions are not reactions.
That's all right. Yeah.
But it does mean if someone tries to flee, she can't.
It
attack
takes
of
one thing
opportunity.
off her. That's fine.
Um,
She also has the speed of 0, so
She is going to stab at Ross with the thirsting dagger. That does trigger
Cutting
Sentinel
words.
if you still have your reaction, Caius.
I believe I did because I was going to
Yes.
use it on her round, and then she shadow stepped.
Cutting words. Okay, roll for it.
Which is a D10 plus 2.
Yep.
So whatever she rolls minus 7.
Yeah. -7, so that is 23.
That hits me.
I rolled a 19 on the dice. And
Oh,
plus
Darby,
11.
your rolls. Stop.
Okay. So, look,
that hits me.
I'm just gonna use the average for this, rather than taking the time for maths. So that is a grand total of 41 points of damage.
Ross is down.
Okay. And she regains 14.
I'm gonna use my sentinel.
Yes.
That's a nat 20.
Nat 20? Okay.
Yep.
Nice. So I take it this is where you're using your second level Divine Smite?
I don't have any second levels left. I used them all.
Yeah.
I used them all trying to stay alive before.
Alright.
If I can, I'll use a. Oh, no, I can't because I've only got one. No, I'm gonna save that so that I can heal Ross. I use no smite.
Oh. Wow. Okay. So, roll your damage, please.
Can you pick up my sword and you smite with that? No.
No,
My
because
sword's
concentration.
shit
It
compared to
is.
yours.
Well, the concentration has lapsed.
Oh, fuck. Okay.
Oh, I don't have a
my
shield,
shields.
so I'm attacking two-handed here.
Yeah.
So there's that, and there's that.
Ross will be on deck with her death saving throw.
Okay.
27.
20.
Oh. 37
37 total?
total.
Okay. So that's. Yeah.
Oh, wait, no, it's more than that because you double all dice, don't
Yeah.
you? Yeah.
So
okay,
you don't double the dice. You roll.
You just add max.
add max the way we do it.
Oh,
But
cool.
For
57.
all dice. 57. That is a big difference. All right. She is looking shaky.
Finally.
Ross, roll me a death saving throw.
That's an 8.
That is a failure. Now it is her go. She is going to point a finger at Bertie and start uttering an arcane incantation.
Oh.
And
Oh.
you see this beam of necrotic
Darby.
energy.
Can I do I have a reaction left?
Yeah.
So can can I guess Birdie like reflexively like I'd like do it like really recognize that she's casting a spell, recoil, and then like the blood that's still running down his arm just starts to sizzle, and that doesn't happen.
Yeah, so the beam of necrotic energy flies. Actually, I think you.
Well, it depends on the
technically-
level, I guess. Hang
Yeah,
on.
you do need to roll me a charisma check, please.
Oh no! Oh, well, lucky Birdie's really charismatic. I'm probably rolling that one. Let's see. I'm gonna use my first Birdie dice that I ever used. Oh, it's just a 17, so that's good. So a 28.
Yeah, that is enough. That is enough. And
Suck
so this
it.
beam of necrotic energy shoots towards you. It hits the sizzling blood on your hand, and instead of the necrotic damage, you feel yourself convert this force into its raw magical energy and absorb it into yourself. You regain a spell slot.
Birdie is wired. I think. Do I automatically have? I just realized now I haven't been rolling my percentiles.
No.
I think I automatically have to roll a percentile. now,
They're
don't I?
D20s for this, I believe. And it's
Because I think because it's the siphon.
quite possibly, yes.
It
double-
automatically goes to an effect, I believe, doesn't it?
Possibly. We haven't.
Alright,
looked at this
guys,
before.
have some new features.
No, I'm
Yeah.
happy to sit and listen to what's about to happen. I
Yeah.
feel like this will be very interesting.
Yes, I wonder what's
Um,
going to happen to the
Additionally,
white boys.
okay. Additionally, the next time I cast a spell,
Okay.
I just have to do it.
Yeah, so-
okay, that's fine.
So you were right.
Which
You
is
were
gonna
just
do so. That's
just
fine.
just a bit off about when
Little bit early.
exactly.
A little bit premature.
But that is her go,
Cool.
and
So
she looks
that
at you
happens.
with a sudden fear in her eyes. Neumann, it is your go.
Excellent. Good.
Oh god. I don't want to be the one to take away from this amazing scene that's about to happen. But
And Caius is on deck.
so what kind of state is she in right now? Is she still
She's
standing?
shaky. Yeah.
Did not expect this sort of stuff to happen. I'm guessing it is right next to Caius as well.
Yes.
Just trying to work out what'll do more damage.
She's got the unconscious body of Ross on one side and Caius on the other.
Okay. Sure. Let's do this. Newman's gonna go and cast Magic Missile, 6th level.
Okay.
So that's a total of 8 darts.
Yeah. So roll the damage. It hits. It's magic missile.
Yes. But the +1, is that +1 to every dart, or is that just +1? It's
Plus
1d4
plus one to every
+1
dart.
Every dart.
Yeah.
Perfect. Alright, let's do that. So that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Plus... that is 26 damage.
26. Not too shabby.
Not too shabby. And then he's also going to... oh, I didn't think that through very well. That's alright. To transfer an item, to give someone else an item. Not to have them have the potion, but to just literally give it to them.
Yeah.
Could perhaps Neumann palm off a potion to Caius?
Yes.
Perfect. Just as an alternative.
I'll allow that.
If he wants to use it. And
Alright.
that, my friend, Caius, is a potion of greater healing, which is 44 plus 4.
And as we come to the end of the initiative round, I think we're going to leave it there as the tide begins to turn
Oh boy.
for this week's episode. Because we're getting this episode's getting a bit long in the tooth.
Yeah.
What a way to start the new year, guys.
My
Literally been so
God.
absorbed in the episode that I forgot that we have to record 2 episodes tonight.
What a killer hangover, am I right, guys? Ha 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 ha.
I have to say, like, what an NPC. Oh boy.
Oh yeah, she's really cool. I just don't
true.
appreciate what she's doing.
The
fair.
DM in me loves her so much.
That's so
Anyway.
good. We'll see you all next
Yes,
week. Thank you
see you
very
next
much
week.
Thank you
for
all.
listening.
Toodles.
Goodbye.
Sorry for listening.
Bye.
Bye.
And 2 greater restoration.
Yeah, no, this talisman is just reaction, so she can do it as much as she wants, but it's only
Damn.
once per round.
So it's like
I can't
Spring Shield
ignore it, feel
2.0.
I'm also guessing it's probably like the equivalent of Birdie's book, yeah, Darby?
Yeah, so this is her
That's all we need to say.
this is her packed item.
Yeah.
Oh, and I've
Anyway.
just got it now.
Well,
For now.
just those who are DMs remember what happens towards packed items. Anyway,
Remember
I'm
remember
there.
what
a
happened to
break.
the
I'm there.
sword. Remember what happened to the
It
sword?
vanished. Oh, it vanished.
But only when we
I
weren't looking at it. So if we all just take turns
keep
staring at it.
Yeah.
I
it'll be
mean,
great.
like,
It's
look,
a boo.
I'm not planning on keeping it. I will admit, I'm kind of sad I'm down because I was gonna wrist pocket, so she'd have to get into fisticuffs if she wanted it.